Joining me now in a separate studio here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, we've got the co-chairs of the United Way of Indiana County's annual fundraiser, which kicked off about a month ago, and they're getting ready for their big annual event, and that is, of course, Pancake and Sausage Day. And we're being joined by those co-chairs right now, and I'm getting those names pulled up on the screen. Chrissy Struzzi is one of them. Chrissy, how you doing this morning?
Hey, we have a special guest this morning, Josh. This is actually Kris Levan.
Kris Levan. Sorry, Kris.
No, that's okay. I'm missing my co-chair this morning. Chrissy's not able to be here, but I think we've done pretty good. We've brought our executive director, Jane Lockard, along with us this morning. So Jane's here.
All right. Hi, Jane. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Let's get those microphones boosted a little bit if we can, and there we go. But this is the big one, Pancake and Sausage Day, coming up very, very soon on Election Day. The tradition continues even in these socially distant and coronavirus times.
Yeah, we've been busy making a lot of adaptations over the past few weeks, but we're definitely going to pull it off. So it is on Election Day, November 3rd, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., so it's not just a breakfast thing. And I guess the biggest adaptation I'll mention is a change of venue. So we needed to be sure that we could do this, safely for our community and conveniently. And so while we're going to miss our partners at IRMC Cafeteria, which is where we usually host it, they are giving us a ton of support to pull it off at our new venue, which is the New Life Community Church at the Indiana Mall.
Oh, that's going to be good. They've got a great big facility in there, and they should be able to handle everything as far as Pancake and Sausage Day goes. So you said this change was made mainly out of, again, the Corona-19 regulations, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to that, yeah.
Yeah, it was. The hospital really, really debated for a long time over whether they thought they could do that. But, of course, the more people that come in the hospital, and they're really trying to restrict that, and we really want to respect that. And so we were very fortunate that the New Life Church agreed to let us come in and use their huge, big facility. Like Kris said, we have so much support from IRMC in pulling this off from, some of the donations that they'll make, as they usually always do, in addition to, Nettie and her team there in the cafeteria that'll be helping us in the kitchen and kind of overseeing that and making sure that we don't burn the pancakes.
Good. That's you never have. I don't think you have. As far as
I don't think so. Not in my time.
At least not in the years that I've been doing Pancake and Sausage Day. But it's more than just pancakes and sausage, as we know. There's going to be some other menu options available.
Yeah, we have the same options that we've had in the past. So we have pancakes, blueberry pancakes, French toast, and all of it comes with juice and sausage, and it's all for a minimum donation of $6. And so I think the options there are the same. And then I'm hoping what people will love is that we actually have some new options. Maybe Jane can speak to as far as how you can place your order and how you can get your order.
And go ahead, Jane. What are some of those changes?
We've always sent out delivery forms, and you can still do it traditionally on the paper like we've always done. But this year we also have an online option where if you go to our website, there's a button there that you can click, and you can actually just set up your account and order. If you want to order for a group, if you want to just order individually, your options there are going to be to have it delivered. This year, we're going to deliver it with a minimum of 5. Usually, it's 10, but because of COVID and trying to accommodate people, so 5 orders or more, and we can deliver, or you can come to the curb and pick it up. You just tell us your name if you've already pre-ordered. We really wanted to set up a contactless option. And so this is a really great way to do that. You can set it up. You can pay with your credit or your debit card right online there. And then we'll have that information whenever you come to get your order or whenever our delivery team of volunteers delivers it. So there won't have to be any exchange of money if you don't want to. But if you still want to hand cash over, certainly we take money however we can get it. So, we're not bashful that way.
Yeah, definitely. So all of this is going on Election Day. And one of the things that I always loved about the fact that of the United Way of Indiana County's Pancake and Sausage Day, the number of volunteers that came out. Obviously, that's going to be hampered a little bit, but I'm assuming that you guys have a long list of volunteers ready to go.
Josh, we do. We last year, I think I had counted, we used 75 volunteers across the whole deal. And actually, we could possibly be using more than that because we're now cooking, where IRMC staff did that for us before. We do have, and the one thing that I didn't mention there's a dine-in option. We will be doing it, of course, in a socially distanced and healthy practice as best as we can. So people can continue to come and dine in and feel as if they're safe as if they're in a restaurant. They can also come to the curb and just order from there as well. But yeah, so we'll have people that will be waiting on the tables. We have people that will be cooking this year, people that will be serving, people that will be running out, of course, for the deliveries, people that will be taking curbside orders and delivering those. So it's a pretty big project for a lot of people, and that's where the community's really just steps in. It just really continues to amaze me how many people, when somebody else can't do it, somebody else says, you know what, I'll be there. Put me in.
You're listening to Indiana in the Morning on WCCS, and in our alternate studio we have Jane Lockard-Clawson, who you just heard from, who is the Executive Director of the United Way of Indiana County, and she is being joined by Kris Levan, who is one of the co-chairs this morning, and we are talking Pancake and Sausage Day and some of the other things that are coming up on the schedule for the United Way's annual fundraiser. But I do want to go back, Kris, if we could, to the kickoff event, which we had the pleasure of covering through the event that was going on at the Indiana County Fire Hall. That was a big event. That was a successful event, and it just showed how the United Way is adapting in these changing times and showing that there is still the need out there for people to get some assistance.
Yeah, and thank you for being there, Josh. Your support meant a ton. And I guess the last time we were here and chatted with you guys, we were leading up to that event, and we had not yet shared our goal for this campaign year, which is a big part of that event. We do that goal reveal. And so I guess just to share that again today, that number we're all working together toward is $555,555, which would be ironic if that number was random, so it's not. So I guess just a couple comments, behind what it means is the specific number of all fives was chosen based on the symbolic relevance of the number 555, which we learned means to stay positive and confident and aware. And we thought, when setting the goal this year, that was just a good reminder for all of us that no matter what life throws at us, because it definitely is throwing some stuff this year, that we're best equipped to respond to that when we stay positive. But every dollar we can raise toward that, whether it's through Pancake and Sausage Day or other donations, is just going to help Jane and the team at the United Way. We have so much we're working on this year, Jane. So.
Yeah. Well, Jane and Kris, let's talk about another event that's on the horizon, because just after Pancake and Sausage Day, it's going to be the 31st edition of the Oldies Attic Turkey-thon. And I know Bill's gearing up for that as well as everybody over at the United Way. And it looks like it's going to be another fun day. The Turkey-thon coming back because the need is so great.
The need is definitely there. Just in, hearing and reading and talking with agencies, the services through COVID actually have exacerbated. Sometimes they don't come out until, things are lessened up a little bit and the issues really come forth. But, particularly from the food security and the utility needs and support for housing and things like that. There's just so much that has really been exacerbated for people. And so it is just so important that, we continue the Turkey-thon, providing holiday meals, holiday food, gift certificates, and those kinds of things for a number of different organizations that we're working on with Bill. And we're just so grateful for Bill and the station's continued support in doing this for yet the 31st year, as you mentioned.
Yeah, definitely. What are some other things that are on the horizon then for the United Way as the fundraising cycle continues?
Well, we're continuing our workplace campaigns. We have mailed out, our direct mail requests, hoping that people in the community will, take it in their hearts and see what they can do to continue to support the United Way. Again, we've just been so fortunate to have a generous community that really opens their pockets and does steps forward and says, what can I do to help? We're really trying to work through all of that. The hardest part is yet to come as we try to get closer and closer to the goal and working towards reaching that. We haven't yet nailed down some of the other typical fundraisers or the ones that we've done in the past, but we're hoping that we'll be able to do those. But we've got 2 in the next 3 weeks, so that's kind of a lot on our plate.
Yeah, that's a lot to go on right there. Kris, maybe you can tell us at this point in time, any inkling on how close you are to that 555,000 plus goal?
Oh, we've got a lot of work to do together as a community, Josh. But we have. I will tell you, the progress we have made has been in large part because of our sponsors. So we were just so fortunate that the businesses in our community, many were lucky enough to not have been financially impacted by COVID, but some that were, and they just made things like giving and sponsoring organizations like ours a priority. So I do want to give a shout out to those folks at the Riskini Group and Krebs United Publications, Government and Civil Employee Services, Rosebud Mining, First Commonwealth, Diamond Pharmacy, Colonial, Thomas Frick Insurance, Affordable Interiors, and Highmark. They came on early and they have helped us make some progress toward that goal, and we're just now looking to the community to help us do the same.
And the next way to do that is Pancake and Sausage Day. Give us the date and time once again.
It is Election Day, Tuesday, November 3rd, 7 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m.
Kris, Jane, we're up against the mark, but thanks again for joining us. Please keep us posted as to the progress, and hopefully I'll see you guys down there for some pancakes and sausage.
We hope to see you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks again. Kris Levan, Jane Lockard-Clawson also joining us in a separate studio this morning here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Our interviews presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people.